Alright, how's it going, guys? Today we have another Subaru oil filter for you. I've got a used one right here and I've got a new one right here. So this is the AA100 filter. This is typically for your older EJ WRXs. I have a 2004 WRX. I actually bought this one when I was in Colorado at Flatirons Tuning. They have a bunch of great parts, so go shop over there. Ton of great stuff on their YouTube channel of breaking down oil filters, of looking at different parts and everything, and getting your Subaru up and running. Great. So check them out. And this is the oil filter we are going to take a look at today. This is a new one in a new box, so I'm going to put this one off to the side so we're not messing with it. And what I got right here is a used one, and you can see all the gunk in there. There's a lot of gunk. My WRX is old. It is like 21 years old at this point. So we're going to take this fancy dancy oil filter cutter opener tool that I got off Amazon, and we're going to cut this one open, and we're going to see what's inside of it. I can already tell. Now look at this. Now this has been sitting, this has been draining upside down for probably 2 or 3 months at this point. And you can just see the gunk that's in there. Now, this is not metal shavings. There's no metal shavings in there. There's actually just like carbon buildup junk. And that WRX just puts out a lot of carbon buildup junk. That's just what it does. I don't know why my BRZ doesn't do that. Let's cut this oil filter open and see what we got. So I got this one open. I didn't want you guys to watch that because it was going to be too long. But let's see if we can pry her open here. And I'm going to compare this basically. This is the WRX, the smaller WRX STI oil filter for the EJs, compared to the larger BRZ oil filter. You can see the part numbers are different. You can just see how much larger the BRZ one is compared to the WRX one over here. But essentially what I'm looking to find in here, I've never actually cut one of these open. I've seen them cut open. But let's take a look inside and see what we got and compare and contrast the differences of the materials, if there are any, and of how big they are, right? So here's your anti-drain back valve. Try not to spill this. And here's the one from the BRZ. This is a little bit smaller case. Makes sense. No biggies there. This is the oil filter element, the element inside. And you could see the construction of this is virtually identical. Literally, it is identical to the other one, besides for the size. So obviously, this one is smaller. This one is larger, right? But it is literally just a mini version of that one. That's all it is. I mean, even the holes on the inside, you can see those holes in there that let the oil through. They are the same size holes in there. There's probably more of them in this one, obviously. Less of them in here. But they're the same thing. They're identical, right? Let's dig back in there for that little leaf spring from the other one, right? Now again, identical construction, right? It's an identical part, just smaller. That's all it is. Same thing. Same materials, same quality materials. They've been making these for like 30 years now, I'm pretty sure. This is like how they've always been, I'm pretty sure. If you got them in Japan. Over here we had the blue ones in the US, which are kind of not great. They're made by Honeywell. I think I've talked about that before. But let's see what's in this oil filter. See if there's any junk in there. There's just a lot of carbon buildup. There's no, there's nothing really alarming, just a lot of carbon junk. That engine, my WRX, had 167,000 miles on it. So yeah, it's got more gunk and more buildup, but this is looking really good. I'm going to actually cut this open, and we're going to take a look and see what's in there. I'll show you what these pleats look like and everything, if I can get them out successfully off camera, and I'll show you what they look like. But basically, this is a high-quality filter, right, guys? This is not some of the FRAM, Honeywell. I haven't cut open, like, Purelators and Wix ones. Wix ones typically look generally like this. I actually have an unused Wix one over here that I might cut open at some point. I have an unused FRAM one I would never use on my car, but somebody gave it to me, so we might cut that open at some point. But this is all high-quality stuff here, guys. This one was actually made in Japan. It says it somewhere. You can see it right there. It says made in Japan. Very small, actually. Made in Japan. I believe this one is made in Indonesia, okay? It says it probably somewhere on here. It has Japanese writing on it, but I believe these are made in Indonesia. That doesn't mean they're any less of a quality part or anything. They might be made in Japan. This one is made in Japan. I am wrong, guys. This is made in Japan. So these are all made in Japan. I thought that... So some of the ones where I'm getting this confused at is, I guess the BRZ and the WRX, the cars are actually made in Japan, right? So the oil filters are made in Japan. That seems to be the trend here. However, some of the black ones that you see, the black oil filters, for the FA engines that we get here in the US, we now get these black filters. You can go to your local dealer here in the US and get them. Those are made in Indonesia. It will say it right on the outside of it. I thought this one was made in Indonesia, but this is made in Japan, So that's really good. But yeah, these are great. Let me see if I can get this out of here, and we can take a look inside. All right, so I got this sucker open. It didn't take me that long. The way you get these open, by the way, is start here. Put this facing away from you. You don't want to cut towards you. Put it down on something and just slice around here, right? Slice that, slice this side, right? And then when you get the two sides sliced, cut here in the middle, right next to the metal part, and then you can basically get this sucker out here, okay? Now, this side that's facing you right now, this is the inside of it, and this is the outside, so you want to look at the inside of this to see if there's any contaminants, junk, pieces of metal. It's going to be hard to see. We'll take a look and we'll see what we can find here, if anything. I highly doubt it. There is like 8,000 miles on this filter. I changed it because I don't drive that car all that much. That's about what it takes in about 9 months. So, you know, every 9 months I kind of change the oil and the filter. But really, there's just a lot of carbon buildup in here. The car is old. I'm not seeing anything weird in here. I'm looking specifically for metal-looking pieces, and I do not see anything. Really hard to tell, though, sometimes, because unless you get a big chunk, you're not going to see it. So this this one is absolutely clean. There is nothing wrong with this one at all. So that one is good, and that is the dissection of the WRX oil filter. You can actually see here's the where the oil comes in at. All that jazz, it's all cut up for you, how it's connected. Super well built. Go get these, go use them. I am actually going to go take a look at this one and cut this open for my own sanity, for my BRZ, and see if I find anything in there. I don't think I'll find anything, but it's always worth checking when I got the tools out. But yeah, go ahead and run these filters, stock filters, they do great. Don't run those fancy K&N filters, or don't cheap out, don't go to FRAM. I mean, these things are like literally like $8. They're not really that big of a deal. So go pick them up, use these, they're great. And I hope this helps, guys. So anyhow, peace out, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys later.